Greetings, all my fellow monsters and ghouls out there. This is the terrors of Halloween. Okay, today I said I was going to do this video for you guys, so here it is. So, basically I'm going to tell you guys a story about my character from Worlds of Fun's Halloween Haunt in Stalkers, the one I'm in, Charles the Scarecrow Killer. The vicious killer that kills all of his victims. If anybody trespasses his cornfields, he takes them out one by one with his bloody sickle that he's using this year. So yes, I still have my bloody sickle. So I'm going to show you guys it right here. There it is. So that is what Charles the Scarecrow Killer is using this year. Well, if you guys, I don't know if you noticed right here, the blood kind of washed off last night when I was working because it was really cold that night because I was wearing a hoodie underneath. And then I put some fake blood on it before I went to haunt. And then some of the blood kind of washed off a little bit, but it's okay. I mean, it's still good. It's still good. So it's still good for my character still. It's still got some blood on it still. So yeah, that is what he's using this year to kill one of his victims. Keep away from my corn, you filthy humans. So yeah, I still got the voice still. I still got the voice down. So, I'm gonna, guys, hold on here. I gotta make sure the sickle stays in there. Okay, so now, I'm gonna tell you guys that story, how he became this killer. So, here's the story of Charles, the Scarecrow Killer. Okay, so here we go. So basically, Charles was just an ordinary farmer that loves helping people around the cornfields, making sure the pumpkins are growing, so that way Charles can sell them to one of his customers for Halloween. So yes, so basically, it's getting to that time of year that Charles is ready for Halloween, and he wants to grow some good pumpkins. So basically, he puts all these pumpkin seeds down. And he grows them in his cornfields, and he sells them to one of his customers too. So basically they have a pumpkin sale, so that way Charles can give all the pumpkins away to one of his customers, so that way they can carve it for Halloween. And he also wants to make sure the corn stalks are nice and neat, so where no one can mess it up, because Charles does not like that very much when the corn stalks are just messy, if you know what I mean. So basically he likes to keep all his corn stalks all nice and neat where no one can mess it up. So, and also there were some secrets in the cornfields. He did not know about this before. Charles did not know about that there is a killer that is turning people into scarecrows. I'm killing them one by one. I'm giving them a scarecrow suit and mask. That way they can hang on the scarecrow pole like this. Yeah, kind of like that right here. So yeah, that's the one thing Charles did not know about, because this killer was turning people into scarecrows. And also, it was his partner actually. He also worked with a partner. I think his name, I can't remember his name now. I think John, I think I made up that name because that was Charles's friend. Plus it was him, actually. So, but Charles did not know about it was his friend that was turning people into these scarecrows. They were in these burlap suits, and actually ghillie suits, and they're all like this. And also he brings them back to life, so where they can walk around, but it's humans inside of a scarecrow suit. So that's basically what was going on. Charles did not know about that before, and one night he was working in the cornfields that one night, and also he was making sure all the corn stalks were all nice and neat, and then his friend came right behind him and twisted his neck and died right there on the spot. And then this killer, well, actually it was his friend, actually, because Charles did not know about his friend being a killer. killing all these people and turning them into scarecrows and bringing them back to life, so where they can become vicious killers in the cornfields. So he was dragging Charles's body in his little barn, and he was cutting his throat open, and then he decided to like take part of his voice box out, not all of it, so where he can't talk. But so he took some of his vocal cords out, just little bit parts of it, and then he was stitching his neck back up together, one piece by piece, like if you saw what I'm doing, like piece by piece on his neck right here, and then boom, his neck is all stitched up, and then now, his friend, I think we're gonna call him John. I think we're gonna call him John. That's another made up character that I made up. So basically, he's the one that killed Charles and turned him into the Scarecrow, and he became a vicious killer, and brought him back to life with a book that he was reading, and brought him back to life. But I will get to that part in a moment. I still want to finish this part. So he was making himself a Scarecrow suit for him. Yeah, so basically he was making a ghillie suit for Charles, and so basically he was putting it all together, made a Scarecrow mask, put it on Charles, and now he reads the book of spells and says the words. Let me see if I can like make up a word for like how he was bringing Charles back to life into this vicious Scarecrow killer. So I'm gonna see if I can make up a line for it. So basically, he was reading the book, and he was saying, "Ugan shlendom vedostia, iganasto feel safe." Okay, I don't know if that's like an actual spell word or not, but it's kind of made up. So I hope you guys liked it. I don't know if it was good or not, but yeah, I just kind of made up a little spell thing for it. Okay, so and he reads the book of spells, and he brings him to life. Charles is back from the dead, and then now his voice is different. Now his voice was all like this. Now, oh, what's happened? Where am I? This is not me. Why am I in a Scarecrow outfit? So that's what Charles was saying. So he didn't know what was going on. And he said, "Well, you died. I killed you." And yeah, so basically he was telling them that, and Charles, the Scarecrow killer, was mad that he killed him, and twisted his neck, and he died right on the spot while he was working in the cornfields that night. So yeah, and basically he was explaining to him. So John, so I'm gonna call him John. I forgot. I called him an actual name, but I forgot what that name was. So I think we're just gonna call him John. So he's the one that turned them into a Scarecrow and everybody else that this killer was doing. So yeah, like what I mentioned before, he was this killer that was turning people into Scarecrows and bringing them back to life and making them into vicious killers. So that is basically what that killer was doing. So he was talking to Charles, and he said that he killed him so that way he can turn him into a Scarecrow and make him in a killer. So this is when Charles started his first killing spree. His first killing spree from last year. So there was a farmer walking by, and Charles took him out one by one, just like that. And basically he had an axe and just chopped up his body into bits. So that is basically what Charles was doing. He was killing one of his victims to keep him away from the cornfields because of this killer, his friend John, the one that worked with Charles, that helps him around the cornfields, making sure the pumpkins are growing for Halloween, and making sure the corn stalks are good, because like I said before, Charles does not like his corn stalks ruined, because if anybody like touches it or anything, he gets mad. He does not like that very, very much. So, like what I said, he started his first killing spree, and then now he just turns into this maniac killer now because of him, because he killed Charles and brought him to life and made him into this vicious killer. And he was talking to him and saying that you will kill for me, you will obey me, and you will kill all these victims that are trespassing your land, because I know you do not like trespassers very much. So yeah, that is basically what was going on. He was talking to Charles and making him kill all of those victims that trespasses the cornfields. So, and this killer, his friend was never found. The police were looking for him, the one that killed Charles, and the rest of his other victims that he's killed, turn them into scarecrows and making them into vicious killers. So that is basically what was going on. The police never found John because he has been missing. He was never found. So it's a mystery. No one knows what happened to him after the killing sprees were going for Charles, because Charles has become this monster now, and inside this scarecrow suit. He's not a nice man no more. Basically now Charles is just a vicious killer that killed all of his victims in the cornfields. They keep him away to make sure they do not trespass his land. So that is basically how he became this killer. His throat was cut and it was stitched back together, took part of his vocal cords out, but he can still talk. But it's not like how he talks now. So now he just talks like this now. Well. Now you have come to the wrong place. Charles the Scarecrow Killer is ready to kill. So yeah, that's basically how he got that voice. So now his voice is all raspy now. He can't have that normal voice anymore because now his voice is now raspy. He cannot talk anymore. And of course, this year, he is back for more killings in the cornfields of Cornstalkers at Worlds of Fun's Halloween Haunt. So yes, of course, like what I don't know if I mentioned that before, but last year I didn't use a weapon last year because I should have used one last year, but this year I got the opportunity to use a prop this year, like what I showed you before, my bloody sickle that Charles is using this year. So yeah, and then basically, after last year, Charles decided to make a new suit. And also, he also made that Scarecrow mask, like what I mentioned before. Yes, I like as you saw in that TikTok video that I posted from my costume fitting. If you guys want to go check that out, it is on there on my Terrors of Halloween channel. When I posted that TikTok video to YouTube where I showed you guys my new outfit for Charles the Scarecrow Killer. So yes, like I said, he is back this year. He's back for more killings for this year of 2022. So yeah, basically Charles did all this killing sprees last year with the old ghillie suit and the new burlap mask he had on before. But now Charles the Scarecrow Killer has made a new Scarecrow outfit. Yeah, so basically he handmade it himself. He made himself a new ghillie suit, and he made himself a new creepy Scarecrow mask to make himself look more scary, to kill his victims with that Scarecrow suit on. So yeah, so he basically made the Scarecrow suit and the mask and puts it on his face, and he was happy with the look. So he's back for more killings in the Cornstalkers. And do you think you can ever stop Charles the Scarecrow Killer? I don't think you can, because he is immortal. Or, well, yeah, I think he can be immortal. But yeah, so if anybody tries to kill Charles, he'll just keep coming right at you. He'll just keep coming right at you. If you even try to stop him or try to hit him with something like a stick or like a axe or a machete or a sickle, he'll just keep coming right at you. And he'll just murder you one by one with this bloody sickle. So you better beware. The the cornfields is cursed. It's a death curse. Well, okay, not like in Friday the 13th. Yes, yeah, it's kind of like in Friday the 13th, like saying can't curse a leg is a death curse, but no, this is not like Friday the 13th. So basically, the corn stalks, no, the cornfields is cursed. Yes, it's cursed with all these scarecrows that are just everywhere. Yeah, of course, it's not just Charles. He's got his backup team with him. Like all of his scarecrows are with him, are helping him keep away the trespassers in the cornfields. Yes, of course, it's not just Charles in the cornfields. There's other killer scarecrows that are helping Charles, the scarecrow killer, to keep away all of those trespassers away from the cornfields. So if you dare come to these cornfields at night, you better watch out for Charles and the rest of his scarecrow team, because he will take you out one by one. So you better beware if you're coming to his cornfields at Worlds of Fun's Halloween haunt. You better beware, because he's gonna kill you right on the spot if you trespass his cornfields. Beware of the cornfields of corn stalkers. Oh yes, okay, yes. I hope you guys like that. So yes, that is basically my character's backstory. Charles, the Scarecrow killer. So yeah, so he was killed by his friend. That was his friend that was helping him in the cornfields, growing his pumpkins for every Halloween. So yeah, his friend betrayed him and killed him, so that way he can become one of his scarecrows that he's turned. Yeah, of course, like I said before, he's killed other people before and turns them into scarecrows and makes them come back to life, and they become vicious killers to keep away the trespassers, the filthy humans, away from the cornfields. So yes, if you guys enjoy that story, give it a thumbs up and everything. And this is your chance to come to Worlds of Fun's Halloween haunt. Come visit the Monster Parade. Come visit Cornstalkers. Come see Charles. I'll be there with this bloody sickle that I have right here. So if you see me walking around with this thing, that is me. Of course, I wear gloves and a ghillie suit and a scarecrow mask and everything like that. So if you see me walking around, come say hello. And I will be there. But I won't be me. I will be someone else. I'll be Charles, the Scarecrow killer. Oh, yes. So that is basically the story of Charles, the Scarecrow killer, about his killing sprees in the cornfields to keep away the trespassers. So that is what he does. He keeps away the trespassers because he gets really, really mad if trespassers are just like going la 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 la, just touching his corn stalks and messing it up, like they're just pulling it out, and then just Charles just goes right after them and just and just kills them one by one. So yes, like I said, don't forget to come to Worlds of Fun this Saturday. It's gonna be crowded. Yes, Saturdays are always crowded, but not Fridays. Fridays are less crowded. But if you want to come on Saturdays, you can, but beware, it's going to be crowded, full of zombie people. So yes, yeah, it's every Saturday, it's like a zombie apocalypse. It's just full of just zombie people walking around all over the place, but not really, I'm just saying. But yes, every Saturday at Halloween Haunt, it's a freaking zombie apocalypse. It's crowded. It's crazy over there. Every Saturday. It always happens. But yes, if you want to come on a Friday or a Saturday, please come. Watch the Monster Parade, visit the Haunted Houses, visit the Scare Zones, visit Malice in Wonderland, the Fear Grounds, Scare Zone, the Clowns. Yes, I'm not really a fan of that name, Fear Grounds. It does not fit with the Clowns. It should stay with Carnival. What happened to Carnival? So I still wish Worlds of Fun could have kept that name, like from a long time ago when they used to have Carnival. Yes, because Carnival used to be right by Timberwolf. yeah, that's where it used to be. When you go by Timberwolf, you go that way, and then there's a big a little archway curtain that says Carnival on it. So yeah, but basically it's in a different spot now. So yeah, I just don't like the new name. I wish they would have kept Carnival. Carnival definitely fits in with the clowns, but Fairgrounds, I mean, it's an okay name and everything, but I still wish they could have kept Carnival. So yes, so come visit that Scare Zone, the return of the Fright Zone, Malice in Wonderland, and the houses, Blood on the Bayou, Ripper Alley, Cornstalkers, that's us, Bloodshed, Zombie High, Lure of the Vampire, all of those houses come out to Worlds of Fun's Halloween Haunt. So yes, do not miss it. If you dare, come see our Overlord rise while we all bow down to the Overlord and everything like that. It's lots of fun. So yes. Okay, and yes, I know I haven't got a chance to do that one video that I promised to do. I mean, of course, you know, I've been so much busy with Haunt. I just haven't got enough time to do it. Yes, you know, I promised you guys I would do the nighttime tour walkthrough of the Haunt of Dr. Neville Stone's Graveyard House of Terror. So I promise you guys I will do it when I get a chance. Maybe sometime like during the week, or I don't know. Maybe when I'm not busy, because you know, like of course, you know, I'm working at Haunt and everything, but I just don't think I have enough time to do it. So I will do my best to do that. To get that video on the Terrors of Halloween channel, to do the nighttime walkthrough of Dr. Neville Stone's Graveyard House of Terror. I will do that nighttime walkthrough as soon as possible, when I ever get a chance to do it. So yes, I promise you guys I will get that video going when I'm not like busy and everything like that with Haunt and other things. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna get going, you guys. Make sure you come out to Worlds of Fun's Halloween Haunt. Please don't miss it. It's lots of fun. Come see the parade and the Overlord rising from his little tomb and everything like that. So yes, don't forget, Charles, the Scarecrow killer, is always watching you. You better beware. He is always watching. Come out to Worlds of Fun's Halloween Haunt. Oh yes. All right. Okay, you guys, remember, stay spooky, stay scary. This is the Terrors of Halloween, and I shall see you guys in the next spooky video. Bye-bye. Here's Charles. You better come up to Worlds of Fun Halloween Haunt, or else.